So this is my battle against Alex, the host. I don't think we've actually had a matchup together in like 4 or 5 years. I didn't really do a lot to prepare against this team. I was like, is it good against ice? Then yes, I'll take it. Uh, so my team probably makes pretty much no sense. Cloister is horrifying if you don't do the right things against it. And if I can get rid of this Rodom Frost, I think Caesar is going to do amazing. I don't necessarily want to lead with Stealth Rock because I know that Cryogonal will have Rapid Spin. Both Curems are brought in. Normally that's not legal, but in this format it really is. I don't want to send in Klefki because his Rodom's going to be immune to Thunderwave. And I don't want to send in Blissey because he might lead Cloister. Let's see what happens. Oh, I got lucky. Just hit him with, actually, is it worth it to Tailwind? So what I need to do is zoom out so that I can check my speed stat. Yeah, it's totally worth it to Tailwind. So I'm going to Tailwind. And he's weak to ice, so... Oh, but not that weak to ice. Let's go with Blissey. Because nothing here is immune to Toxic. I mean, Alex is one of the only people, or Rhonder is one of the only people who has consistently used Terrestrializing. And I don't know why I didn't consider that he'd Volt Switch. I think he's used Toxic and Thunder Wave in some of his other battles, but... so that's why I put Aromatherapy. And he's having a hard time here deciding who to switch into. Because I could have Thunder Wave. I could have almost anything on this list. Oh, that sucks. But it doesn't suck that much. I don't think Curem gets close combat. He used Earth Power and the Icicle Spear. The 2 times he's brought him. Well, that was a pretty heavy hit. So right now, in the standings, Alex is dead in the middle. And I'm number 1. And they're doing a kind of funny thing. So, 2 of the former champions are working together each week to make a good team. And so they feel guilty about it. So they made their whole team just ice. And I think this will be fine. Although if I was being really thorough, I should have switched into Corviknight. But I got too bold. Well, he's faster. So I brought Torkoal just because he likes to bring in his Ninetales, and I wanted to stop him from being able to use Aurora Veil. So honestly, I don't think he's gonna do that much good for us. But I don't want to sack him either. Is it worth it to body press? Yep. I mean, Tailwind. Why did I say that? Thinking 2 things at the same time. Yep, that's a good move. I hope he Volt switches again. Do it. Oh, that's a good move. But I have aromatherapy. Don't tell him. But nothing wants a body press. Because he didn't bring his Frostlass. Which I would have thought would be like a necessity on each battle. Oh, dang, that didn't do anything. You're telling me I only would have taken 32% if I had stayed flying? Oh. But the other guy making this team, I don't think he's really that afraid to give horrible advice. He has that kind of history. And as long as... Yes, great. Now I think I can get him with my my Caesar if things go down. And I just don't know enough about Kyurem. What was my plan here? Because he's almost definitely going to switch into Rotom. So... yeah, Ice Beam probably won't do enough. He might have Outrage. Yeah, he might have Outrage. Because I think he's put Outrage on every other Kyurem normal set. No, Draco Meteor. Yeah, we'll be fine. And now we know Kyurem's whole set. We know it can't do anything to a Blissey. Oh, that was bad. Let me run some calcs here. So if he's using Outrage, now the safe move, switch to Klefki, set up a free Reflect. Or switch to Caesar, set up a Swords Dance. Nah, yeah, we'll do that. I don't want to. Well, he can't switch. We know exactly what he's gonna do. And really, I'm just worried about Rotom. He might have Pain Split. Oh, nice. Rock Slide? I mean, that makes sense because it's specifically against my team here. And as long as I don't get a paralyzed turn from his possible his Thunder Wave. Oh no, that's fine. And I don't think he's actually Terra'd yet. But he's probably going to expect the Bullet Punch more than the Close Combat, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Whew. Yeah, so let's check out the replay. What do I have to say about that? Okay, I got really lucky with the leads. If I had known that his Volt Switch wouldn't do hardly anything to Corviknight, I would have definitely stayed. But I was expecting it to do at least 60, but it did 32 the one time it hit. I would have even set up an iron defense. Yeah, Kyurem Black was probably the biggest obstacle to this, because he has an electric physical move. He's one of the only Pokemon that has a physical electric move. So my dedicated physical guy wouldn't have stood up to him very well. However, he did have Fighting Terra, so that would have been helpful. I used the Wish. He gets hit for 38, and he heals 62. I used Lava Plume because I was counting on hoping for the only way I had to burn the Kyurem, even though I did have Body Press. And if you have Fire and Fighting, then you can beat any Ice guy. Well, you can have a super effective move against any Ice guy. And I don't know if the Tailwind ever really came in handy. And if he hadn't Terra'd to water, that would have been a knockout right there. But oh, he did use his Terra. Earlier I said I don't know if he's even used his Terra yet, but he Terra'd to water. I think Rhonder's one of the only people who understands Terra stylizing. And if I didn't have leftovers, I think this Draco Meteor would have knocked out, but otherwise it really wouldn't have. I think it would have done... It might have, I don't know. But he hit so hard, because I think this guy's banded, so... It really wouldn't have mattered whether the Draco would have missed. I think that would have just given me an advantage. And I got that Reflect. I don't know if the Reflect ever actually comes up. So this round I had Reflect on Klefki and Light Screen on Volcarona. I go for the Thunder Wave. That doesn't do a whole lot, but I mean, none of his other moves would have done anything. So it was a free Thunder Wave, really. And I am counting on the para hacks with these substitutes, but both times it doesn't really work. Which is fair, because my Corviknight broke out of Paralyze maybe twice. And he had Rock Slide specifically for Volcaronas, so and Mega Caesar pretty much just got access to close combat, so I would understand if he didn't expect that on Caesar's set, but since it's come out, that's been fully necessary. And if I had remembered that he'd Terra'd earlier with the Cloyster, I would have probably Bullet Punched twice. I think that would have been slightly less risky. I don't know what percent he was at, but... It's just really easy to prepare against this team. Like, he is good at offense who knows what to attack, and he is good at defense whose opponent knows not what to attack. And he's taking hyper offense to a whole nother level. And thanks for watching. Check out my week 7, which will be against the Florida Feraligators, who I actually made a team for first because we have such beef going on, and I knew he wouldn't like my team this year. So I have Rhonder's YouTube channel listed in the description if you want to check that out. He's made a few of his own LSBA videos, and they're about as good as mine, to be honest.